let y'all hear a little bit of this shit, cause this shit is getting on my nerves. You know, it's late at night, I guess. I'm supposed to be asleep. It's 2 o'clock in the morning in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to the show, good people. This is Binky in the Brain. I am one of the hosts. So in the background, you will hear Adam 22 show. You know, I just wanted to, let a little bit of it play in the background for a hot second. Because this is the thing. This nigga's an asshole. You know what I mean? It's like, very condescending. And it's like, y'all don't understand what slavery looked like. You know what I mean? Right? Niggas being in like, right, Samuel L. Jackson. That's what slavery was like. And what y'all saying with them shipping people all around the country, or shipping people, these people to different places, like, cause you don't want them in your state, and they using people, right? Still, the number one commodity in the world is people, But like, I don't like the way he talk, and like, it's not like he, I understand the capability of listening to people, but you are cliff noting, like, to be able to listen to somebody and then to, pick out something. You waiting to pick out something is my point. You're not listening to them, you waiting to jump on something that's some bullshit, right? My language. Oh, I'd lasted 2 minutes, did I? But you waiting to expound upon, a slight, or a disagreement. It could be, the person could be speaking. Excuse me, I'm hitting the microphone, breaking down my medicine. But you could, people be waiting to, find a hole in your story, oh, you said this, or it ain't always like that, like, what the fuck is, if it ain't always like, so most of the time, right? I was telling my friend earlier, a conversation between men is supposed to lead to a resolution. We don't just talk to be talking, all around the world, and, what about this, what about that? Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you identify a conversation because you picking something out the air, and then, and it may be a problem or however, so you're trying to get to a solution to it, right? At the end of the conversation, you're trying to find, a common consensus, between all parties. But people just want to fucking keep on, oh, what about this? What about that? Imagine, man, JP, man, that nigga, man, he just picked things out the mid-air, right? So how y'all doing this evening, Buddhist, man? I might just say this episode right. I ain't have to tell y'all. That's what I remember in the beginning. I'd be like, y'all don't have to know nothing that I don't tell you, It's like you could make the show and schedule it for later on, tomorrow, next week, or however it goes, And that was the whole thing I don't like about my inconsistency, because, it doesn't take that much time, like working out, like spending time with whoever you're supposed to spend time with, and meditating, like these things. Time is a tool, right? Because it doesn't exist. So it's a tool, and you're just supposed to you're supposed to use it to organize your life. That's all that it is. It's just an organization tool, right? I remember I used to love Flavor Flav. And I used to have a stopwatch, right? one of the little regular ones, not a big one. But I used to time myself, time myself doing different things. But it actually came from with my babysitter and them, and we used to buy puzzles and stuff. And like you buy a little, with the money you have, it depends on how many pieces of a puzzle you can get. But get them like 30 pieces, 40-piece puzzles, and we used to race, putting them together. How fast who can put it together the fastest, and we time each other and stuff like that. And it's just right. My competition, I've always been a competitor, but it's that time also, you want, what I realize is, I'm not rushing, so why you rushing? No, I'm not from Russia, so why you rushing? See how I mess things up? But anyway, what was I saying about the time, just being a construct? Where are my notes at? I went to a concert, right? Welcome to the show. This is Binky in the Brain. It is a derivative of TNC Preach, which is a organization organizing and fundraising a community for the children to build a better mousetrap. We have to change how children think. Everybody, the world fucked up because the parents keep teaching the kids the same bullshit, right? It's impossible, right, that things, Malcolm X could be here today, Muhammad Ali, all of the niggas that came before, and pointing at the system, and they all gone, right? And the system hasn't changed, because people are still raising their kids a certain way, So anyway, what are we talking about? Oh, right. So I started these notes. Hold on, did I start it like that? Well, let me see. Oh wow, I shouldn't do stuff like this. Okay, that's where it started. I shouldn't do it. I got a piece of paper, right, and I folded it in fours, and so I wrote on one part. I wrote on this part. Then did I go on the inside? Let me see. Everybody, small you. Okay, yeah. Went on the side, like a book. And so you turn it, but then I kept writing, so then I had to open it up, right? And then I wrote on the other side, but it's cool, I got it. Yeah, and then I wrote on all four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 subject matters, people, I guess, what we're going to deal with. All right, let's start the show. Right, I changed the name of the show, but so I don't say, my little intro from before took me forever to be able to say that, like a true DJ, right? A true, a personality. My name is Rich Matrix. I will be your host for the duration. This is TNC Preach. There's one We Are GP. Spinky in the brain, 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 brain. Spinky in the brain, Pinky in the brain, Pinky in the brain, 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 brain. I was thinking of something just before I came on this damn microphone. I'm a hater. I swear to God, I do not like people that are malicious, like, and mean on purpose, like, and that, especially when as you grow older, like, that's not how it works, you know what I'm saying? It's not how it works at all, people. It's not how it works. It's not how it works at all. But, like Star, like, I'm gonna get to that. Okay, I'm gonna say that. Because he made me write some more notes. Alright, let me start from the beginning. We know we're gonna jump around here, right? Shout out to all my people all around the world. Alaska, shout out to Nigeria. I didn't take a screenshot today. Shout out to Alaska and the aliens. Shout out to Nigeria. Shout out to Germany, United Kingdom, Tanzania, India, and anybody else that is listening. So, there were, right, I hope this is the beginning. Okay. There will always be a big mama, right? A queen bee, literally, right? With the hive mind, right? And bitch, queen bitch, like Beyonce, that queen bee, you know what that stands for, right? They claim that proudly. But nowadays, it don't seem like it. But men power up to be equal, right, to any other man. Size doesn't matter with men. It's different, right? I say fear lasts longer. That's why it's probably right. It's them, but respect. Because we learn to respect each other. Because any nigga could kill me, like I can kill them. So we don't look at people like that. But with women, it's always it's a conglomerate. It's always a team, right? And it's always one in charge. One or two, however it go. Fighting for the top. But with men, if they are, I understand it. Like I said, it doesn't seem like that, but niggas still obey hierarchy, when you get these problems between men, it's them, right? It's the God complex, them trying to be like a girl, trying to be like, thinking like a bitch. Period, point blank, and we all, and 90% of the time is because it's over a woman, it's over a girl, it's very mind fuckerish. Yeah, I just made that up. Mind fuckerish. I like that. That's cool. But it's all right. Let me see what the notes say. Like I said, they have it's more of a hive mind, right? It's like we have a pack mind, right? Like that dog and cat stuff, right? You see how cats act. I'll be missing these. Now let me see. They have a pack. We have a pack mind to be cats, be them, dog. What the fuck this nigga talking about? Complex is us. Damn it. I don't know what the hell I was writing because I had added something. So it don't make any sense because it say, but men power up to be equal to any man. Size doesn't matter. They have a hive mind. We have a pack mind. It's similar to being cats and we being dogs, as I said before. Complex. Oh, the dog, right? The guy. Oh, right. A dog adult with a God complex is us. That's like I said before, it's the if the hair, right, the nails, the hair. Let me see, the hair, the nails, the earrings, right? We right we have these accessories, that are used to be, like, I don't know what to say, right? Because I've what I'm trying to say is that competition, looking like a girl, or that hair. Like, you see any nigga with hair, especially white boys with hair, and they always gotta mess with it and pulling it out, like that's a blanket, a security blanket, what you when people have, like, when they mess with their hair when they have bad nerves, or were they nervous or anxious or anything like that, and it's like they messing with their hair. And the thing about it is, like I said before, like that dude, right, when the baby and beat up, and them dudes jumped his baby mama's brother, and what they do, grab that nigga by his hair, right? When Gunplay, right, got his ass whooped by 50 Cent and them, they grabbed his hair. You can't fight, somebody, don't give a fuck, you put it in a bun. They grab your hair, it's like grabbing a hoodie, Shout out to Guy. Nigga try to, and I did, he tried to grab he grabbed my hoodie, hit me a couple times, put my hoodie over my head, and, I try to spin out the shit, so we both hit the ground, I got out of it, and it was funny. How you gonna lock niggas out their own car? I mean, not my car, but the nigga, like, you done stuck me, nigga, got a couple of hits in. I hit back, but he got more hits in, really, it wasn't nothing. Then he run and locked the doors in the car. Oh, man. So anyway, right, short, tall, like, tall girls act different, right? They look at the world, they look at people, a short man is a short man to her, like, so she ain't gonna never listen to him, she ain't never probably gonna, fuck him, for the most part, right? Tory Lane's got money, so he get to have some of that tall, right? And all the short, and like all the Jews, right? All the nigga lights, all the nigga lights, and like short people, Tom Cruise was shorter than Katie Holmes. And these people, like, they got lifts in their shoes and stuff like that. They these models, right? 6 feet tall, 5'11", 5'10". The world has changed, right? Because you got these short ass models, Instagram models, 5'2", 5'3". What Baby Doll named? Baby Doll, her little short chocolate ass, and she looked like Nina Long, right? She looked like Nina Long. She could be Nina Long's daughter. But she cute as fuck, but I right? You hate to say stuff ain't like, can't nothing be real, but she got a beautiful body. She beautiful. She look like Betty Boo, But my point is, perspectives, And it's like I'm figuring out, like, cause my mother, I grew up with a woman with big titties, and they only got bigger as I got older. She got a breast reduction. They went too far, but cause they was messing her back up, cause she was up in the G's, I don't know what the hell my mama had. Like, she was up there, but like, that's what I grew up with. So, like, thicker women, thicker girls when I was younger, and size, like, like size proportion, it's like 5'6", 5'7", like 5'8". My God, my son mother was 6 feet, and so I always, it's perspective. She has some big ass titties. They ain't no ass, but she has some big ass titties, right? Like my mother, like no Freud shit, people. But it's about what you used to, like my first girlfriend, first few, what I mean? They was 130 to 140, but they was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, stuff like that, so that's, they gonna get bigger, as they get older, but it was normal to me, and so what I'm thinking and what I'm saying is this, like, all these hunky, I'm sorry, all the pinkies, right? I can't say white people, all right, because y'all not white. Peach, red. But anyway, see, because it's not fair. I'm not going to say something that's not correct, So anyway, like, but with the peach people, it's like, a lot of their mothers are small people, right? Short and small. We have these different, these, what makes the world go around, people, right? But like what you grow up looking at. And so, for a little white boy, right, for a little whitey, or, right, he Casper. For Casper, he gonna grow up, and think that a woman over 130, over 140, 150 is fat, You can't, it's not thick, it's fat to them, and it's like, because it's perspective, like their mother weighed 110 pounds and their father 6'4", 220 pounds. Like, that's shit, that type of, that's a contrast in itself, and I don't know if that shit, I don't like the fact that somebody, 6'6", and got them dating somebody 5'4", 5'5", like all these tall ass, pretty ass girls, I've seen some pretty, beautiful women 6 feet tall, 6'1", Like my cousin, she like 6'2". She ain't the cutest thing in the world, but she ain't ugly, Got she had a decent body on her, but she like 6'2", and it's just stuff like that, like proportion and similarity. I understand the opposites, right? But it's like when you have a preference. I don't really have a preference, like, I never had a preference, and like that's the whole thing about, like, I just like this or I just like that, right? And people like stick to that. Like, you don't know. I'm saying, like, that's not, especially, like, that's not how it goes. Like, Star was just saying, like, okay, I'm not getting to that yet, but I'm gonna say it. The Little Mermaid thing, and she's talking about he gave it a thumbs down, and he's talking about, she looked like some ratchet girl from the hood. And it's like, nigga, she don't look like nothing like that. And what you sound very ignorant. And then he's sitting up there, touching his neck and shit, like he clutching his poor pearls. Talking about, I have the right to feel like that, talking to Dana. Like, stuff like that, and then Adamson over here, every time somebody, he want to make a joke and make, want to be funny guy, then want to break out and rap sometimes. Like, that's some bullshit. And they let that nigga get away with it, This is the definition of house niggas, right? You got a house phone, nigga actually named house phone. I be mad at people, man, sometimes. I don't like the way people think. It's like, y'all, it's very petty and selfish, And I am, right, of course I'm guilty of everything probably worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, this be the point about when people become preachers and shit. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucker, y'all ain't got nothing on me, so I don't want to hear nothing. Listen, ain't no talk back. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing. Especially, right? Because like the shit I be saying ain't nothing you ever heard before. This is a different motto. This is a different, you know what I'm saying? This is different. This is a new mousetrap, So, like I said, like tall girls, they they don't, like they will never, men, they view men differently, right? You 6 feet tall, you taller than 80% of the men in the fucking whole world, probably. I don't know the statistics on it, but y'all get my point, right? And so, you look down on people literally, so they think different, but the women, 5'5" and shorter, they sit low to the ground. So if they, feel like people, are playing them because they short, them people are very dangerous. It's like they made the movies, people, like Lord of the Rings, like the little short dude, very feisty, right? I'm telling you, let me get to that. Let me see. Right, I'll tell y'all this. Right, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is probably one of the most dangerous motherfuckers in the world. You can tell how he talk. You know what I'm saying? Like when he used to make his comedy about how he talked to his girl and stuff like that. Like you could tell, like that nigga, is something to deal with, and especially being successful. Like it's like. We grew up with the cartoons, the little gangster baby. Remember from Bugs Bunny? He was a grown ass man playing a baby, like Marlon Wayans and Shawn Wayans did in their little movie, right? He was supposed to be a baby, but they got that right. They got that from Bugs Bunny, the little gangster baby. I don't know. Was it Bugs Bunny? Was he with him? It might have been that cop, right? He figured him out at the end. That supposed to be dumb cop. I don't know. All right. So, plus, niggas being short girls. Oh, niggas, right. Oh, yeah. Niggas being short girls up, right? So they, so if it ain't rough, rough is on their resume, like little girls get bent up, so they tougher, they a little tough anyway. Taller girls, right, they like niggas with brains just in case, right, they fall for a nigga that's shorter than them, they done already put it in their brain, if he's smart, he got money, right, I just said, that's how you get them, but they prepare themselves for that. Right, because somehow the niggas taller than them don't want them. Don't make no sense. But according to the Matrix, right, they too tall. Therefore, they are. Oh, the NBA, right, the WNBA. According to the Matrix, they too tall, so they more lesbians. But maybe not. But but what about the soccer players though? They say it's a lot of lesbians in the soccer, in the soccer sport. The Matrix, they say. I don't know, people, but it's a lot of carpet munching that they say in that sport. But they are short though, right? It's the medium though, right? It's always like I am a medium. I'm an extra medium, I ain't too big, I ain't too small. I'm smaller, like, I'm underweight, for certain reasons. But, like, I'm not too big, I'm not too small, I'm not too dark, I'm not too light, It's, it's the, it's the Three Little Bears, Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears. I'm the baby bear, right? Just everything just right. And cause people live at these extremes is what I'm saying. The thing is like being a Libra also, cause I remember people trying to, people want you to be on their side, right? Especially I was always an outsider. So that's the fucked up part about it, the mind, because I gotta choose, Dame Dash or Jay, I done had to do that shit 1,000 times in my life, like Rich, whose side like what you think about this, what about that, and like I think that's how I became like part of how I am is, I'll sit up there and then I'll go in on both of them. I just started going in on both of them. Cause I'll be like, both of y'all, because when people are arguing, right, they both wrong. Because if they not listening to each other, they both saying shit that is incorrect. Because you ain't listening to what the other person just said, then you not listening to him. So both of y'all wrong, and all you doing is trying to explain, what you want to get across. Like I said before about the conversation coming to a resolution, all that going around in a circle shit is girl shit, What about this? What about that? Man, fuck you. That's what, right? That's what we came up with that stuff for. You know what I'm saying? What about these nuts? Sorry. All right. I'm on the inside of this page. Oh, I did. Okay. So, two of them, right, said where. Gotta figure this shit out, people, right? It's two of them, one of me. Right, in this version of the truth, because it's a cycle. So like things, the beginning transpired, different ways, many times, right? Different versions of it. That's what makes it all true. But like sticking to, what the one version that they give you now is the incorrect part, right? So. Two of them, one of me. They sisters, but we twins, right? Like I told you, like, I'm not him, and it's the thing, right? Like, he would do things that I won't do, and vice versa. But what he would do, pushes past his manhood in a lot of times, and that be the point, It's like. It's, and I've done it, right? You embarrass yourself. You go against what is right? And especially when it's done, like when you are being manipulated, mind fucked, into thinking that you are the bad guy. That's the greatest, right? The greatest trick the devil ever pulled. Now the thing is this, like Kevin Gates, I went to the concert. I told y'all, I went to a concert. Kevin Gates was in Cleveland today, right? My best friend is a white boy, right? And I went to a concert with him and some girls today. Guess what, people? It was my first concert ever. poor baby, right? Happy birthday to me, And it was like I'm not all sentimental like that anymore, But it was very, interesting that how it transpired, how I got there and everything. It was a last minute thing, But it was at Jacob Pavilion, so it's outside. It was nice, But like he is one of my, like he up there, as far as like he's probably like one of my favorite new schoolers. You know what I'm saying? Like the new generation of singing niggas, just singing, rapping niggas. I stopped listening to so much because he sing a lot. He sang a lot today, but he could sing though, and like he could rap. Like that's the new thing. But it was very, I had a good time, and I'd never been to a concert before. I think I was working though, like in the old stadium. They used to have like jazz concerts, and in the summertime they have a jazz festival. That's sort of like a jazz festival, and like I was, there, and we get finished working early, and enjoy the concert. Like, no more hot dogs, no more beer, whatever. Like, I was young when that happened, because, I'm talking about the old stadium where the Brown Stadium is now. That was the old stadium. The old, they used it for both, right? It was multiple, the municipal stadium, concerts, football, and what else? Baseball, right? Baseball, football, right? Because baseball is mainly baseball because that's from April to October because they used to suck. But I ain't worked there when it was good. I was old. 95, I was grown. But, 87, 88, 89, something like that, even like I started working there when I was 15 because you can work there, with a permit, or we didn't even have to have a permit. It was a job you could have, before you were 16. And it's a hustling job, and it was great, and it taught me a lot. So, moving on. Where's my damn notes? Lollygagging. So it's two girls, one of them, right? And this reality people in this version of the truth, like, because the girls, right? They show they their two sides. It's like it's a good, like that show C, right, with the blind people, right? You have the two sisters. The one I told y'all is the Mad Queen that the Game of Thrones wish they would, they should have done with Daenerys, or not really, but she's crazy. And then you have the other sister, right, with but she's also they are sisters, so they one is right. Okay, I'm working on this theory. I gotta get it together, because it comes down to when we take the test as we get older, right, and you go into college or the SATs and things like that, and like how a lot of times two answers are correct, but only one can be right, and that's what I be trying to talk about, like within a conversation, if we get to 80-90%, of agreement or understanding, then we can leave it alone. It don't have to be, what about this? What about that? What about these nuts? It's like you don't have, we make things so much difficult, than it has to be. And so they are both selfish, right? But like I said, one is right and the other is correct. So what did I say before? Because it has to be, because you change the words around, then, it sounds the same, but then that's not correct. Two answers could be right, but only one could be correct. I'm leaving. That's how it go. Okay, because and it's only a man that could balance a woman, right? They can't balance each other. One and two. But like I said before, right? A man can balance a woman. If you go in and right, a happy wife, happy life type of mentality, right? Then you just another bitch, with a dick. You're not balancing her at all because you have to oppose her because we are two different species. Somebody said, "Oh, my nigga Dame." Shout out to Texas, Fort Worth, and Dallas. I don't know where the hell Dame at. That's two other people I know, but he was saying, right, the job of the father is to protect the kids from the mother. Is to say, save I say save them, but it is true, It is true. The balance of it, people, that's all, right? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Like, the abortion issue, they went too far. Nigga don't got no say in it at all. My body, my choice. So, right. So all of y'all are whores. That's what you're saying, right? And then you want me to just fuck you though, right? That's where the one God comes in at, people. God is a girl, right? You gotta choose one of them, one God. Damn it, y'all don't get it yet. In this version of the truth, right? In this edition, it happened. They are sisters. We are twins. There's that's all I did. Oh man, I messed. That's it. In this version of it, right? I said that. I said, maybe it's okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I told y'all. And then I purposely write, like certain ways, I won't start like on a spiral, right? I'll start on the other side because my hand doesn't have to hit the spirals, right, until the next page. But well, actually, let me see. But yeah, because like y'all have to write. I don't know. Do y'all ever have to hit this spot? I should turn this. Do it work upside down? I don't know. How would you? I guess I don't know. I'm not gonna think about it. But I write. I write that way sometimes. Like from the back of the book. Like the Quran. I start at the back of the book. Because, I could start better. Because, like, when I started with the spine, my writing is not as clear because I had to get past that part for my hand to be able to rest on the paper to write. So, anyway, The Little Mermaid, right? And like I said, Star, was hating, big time. I didn't like that. That's why I cut the shit off. I knew I had to make an episode, because I guess I'm still woke anyway, the concert, adrenaline, had a good time, Like I was supposed to go to the strip club, but really wasn't on that. It was only like 10 something, He came on he did like two and a half hours, I guess, maybe. It started at 7. It was some guy, I guess he from Cleveland, DJ Chose. I'm gonna play, let me see, I'm gonna play y'all a little bit. I was trying to put it up on Instagram. I don't know if they're gonna let me or not. My phone was messing up. That's what I did, right? That's what I was doing for like a damn hour after I came home, trying to upload stuff, and it wasn't going through. That's what took me so long, you know. I might just say I'm gonna schedule this. I'm gonna schedule this for the morning, cause right, it's times that people be listening. It's times that like you know, you're supposed to release stuff. You know, organization, people, organize, Richard, organize, organizing fundraising. If you guys like what I say, you could send me $100. If you don't like what I say, send me $500 at $TNC Preach. That's $TNC Preach, all one word. Cash App, PayPal, also TNC Preach. Somewhere on PayPal, you could email me and we can figure it out at TNC Preach. TNC Preach at gmail.com. All right, let me see here. That's a picture. My phone went dead, you know, so I missed a lot of, this nigga was preaching. Like, I'm jealous because I know I was supposed to be a famous rapper, people, you know, nothing in the world worse than wasted talent. But like, he was up there preaching, you know, and like I could see myself, you know, like keeping it, you know, talking to the audience and, you know, giving words of wisdom, you know, stuff like that. And that's what he was doing. It was so funny. My dude was like, why is he talking to us? I swear to God, we was just talking about, I was trying to tell him about the negativity, you know, that he think about and stuff like that. It's like, you know, and then you would agree with it, but then you still turn around and justify being negative. Like, you know, you are doing this shit on purpose, you know, and it's like, you know, just that. But then here go Kevin Gates, you know, talking similar, you know, in a similar fashion. And also, right, he's like, what song you think you about to play? I like, we supposed to be, he's like, what song you want to hear? That's what he said. I like, we supposed to be in love. And nigga, and that was the next song he played. My dude was high, so he was like, he was amazed. He's like, he's talking to us. Poor baby. Alright. I made a whole bunch of short clips. You know, like I said, my phone died. Should have put on the battery saver. Right, what am I playing this for y'all y'all? Nah, that don't make no sense. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, my phone sucks anyway. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking about. I apologize. Maybe I could just end this show now. Oh, right. I apologize again. Oh, people used to hate when I say I'm sorry. Right? I'm sorry for everything. Apologize for nothing. If I ever told you something that was wrong, may I die alone. So on and so on. Hurt people. I don't like the doctor, so welcome to my hurt locker, pain blockers, Tommy knockers. I got some shit to stop you. They call me unstoppable. I need that money, Jake. I've been raw. That's me. SoundCloud, Rich Matrix. Anyway, Little Mermaid, right? And so they talking about they done got 1.5 million dislikes or something like that. You know, this shit don't make any sense. And it's like I said, like people still teaching their kids ignorance. This is done on purpose. It's not by mistake. It's not how the world is or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? People still teaching their kids bullshit. And then he's talking about some dude on there, in blackface and a wig. And, I don't want to see, that's what Star said. I don't want to see none of that shit, But the thing is this, right? Mermaids are made up, and they come from indigenous beliefs. Like African, Indian. The Vikings or some shit like that, right? The sirens. Like these are not colors. You motherfuckers. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I don't like about y'all. The whole system. And then I did see something about, what they, generated. They lighten her skin to make her look white. I think they might have put blue eyes on her. That picture. That picture that they showed with her looking up in the water, her little dreadlocks floating, which makes sense, And like, let me keep going. Right, because it belongs to the indigenous people, like from around the world, the people that lived around the water. They talk about that shit. This is some. And it's a male fucking fantasy. It's not a color fantasy, It's a man talking about a half fish. The fuck? And it's stories, like I said, from the people that live by the water, if that makes sense to y'all, okay? I'm gonna stop cursing so much. From right, so I still go Matrix, cause this movie, okay, right, I still go Matrix. I still call Matrix on this, cause this movie is about to do good, win awards, all of that, it's a Disney, property. People, they own every damn thing. You think. You think this movie ain't about to break, all is going to break the internet and break the system? It's going it's going to do very well, and then it's cause more controversy. But I feel like some point that it's a setup, because, all kids of all shades, are going to love this movie, right? Frozen who? It's a live action, right? The number one movie that all the little girls loved growing up, and how they still watch it, or however it goes, even though they racist ass parents, right, might not like, the girl, but The Little Mermaid, is going to resonate with all the children, with all the, especially the girls. Like, they don't understand. Like, this is the whole point about being a more complete human being, and I am more of a complete human being, because you didn't see the motherfucker that look like you when you watching a TV, right? So you have to, it's the character, it's the moral of the story that you have to get, like, I want to be like that guy, like, it's not like, oh, he looked like my uncle, or he looked like my dad, or, you look like Superman, or you look like, Batman, or you look like Tom Cruise, all of that type of stuff, right? So you didn't see, you don't see the facial, like, you don't see the color, you don't see the facial features, or you don't see the you see the character, right? You understand the story, and like, so they make good and bad people, so you be like, oh, that's a good guy, It didn't matter about him being, whatever color he was. It's like, the story calls for the good guy to win, And so, that's what, it's a different experience, It's not, you're not looking at, or, Italians, right? Italians, Rocky, right? You know what I'm saying? Rocky got a whole lot of Italians ass whooped, right? Eddie Murphy tell you about that. But, they could see themselves in Rocky though, right? They look, they got that crooked lip. Motherfuckers half retarded. He left-handed though. That's my, that's the ultimate man story, and I like all of it, the 1 through 5, the whole journey. I was just watching something about Mr. T the other day, I used to hate his haircut, but like when you understand, the meaning behind it, because it comes from an African tribe and how they used to wear their hair, just like Jay-Z, got his hair designed after, somebody else, some dude, I don't know. But anyway, right, I think, people are it's going to do very good because all this negativity. So when it turns out to be a good movie, because it's been since last year. It's been almost 2 years, I think. I don't know how long when they announced this girl to be Ariel. So all of this stuff is just drawing more attention to it. But what are you doing to her self-esteem? And all these hunkies hating on her, right? Some bullshit. But like this is gonna make the movie gonna break records. I guarantee. Remember him, the Ruffles dude? I guarantee. Right, because it's live action, right? This is like Marvel, DC, right? Are changing men into women, right? Black to white, vice versa. Straight to gay, everything. It's a live action movie from a cartoon, people. So, and it's I guess behind Toy Story, right? Is and Lion King, it's up there. It's the holy trinity of children's movies, and it has the backing of Disney, which is backing this little beautiful girl, and her sister. She cute. She ain't beautiful, she's too young to be beautiful, but she's cute. She's very cute. She's grown, and right, the Flash movie, you got this pervert, non-binary man. What the fuck, man? It's not allowed, right? Everybody, and then this is why can't nobody tell me God ain't no girl, because y'all want to say God on y'all side, and that can't be right. How he gonna be on your side? My side, like what I'm saying? Because I can't be right if he on your side. The fuck, right? Wrong. But anyway, that's about it. Right? An hour is good. I'm right on time, actually. I got these notes over here. Man, oh man. One of these days, people. Right? I'm telling you, right, Dr. Carr, I ain't got all them damn books, but I got I had too much writing around here. I have to figure out some way, somehow. I did write something though. I wrote, because I was looking at it. It's right. I hope I ain't look. I hope I ain't lose it. I wrote something, that's like almost, I could rewrite it. You know, like my problem is I don't like, I don't like to rewrite. You know, like I don't like to rewrite because half the time like I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about the first time. No, I do, but like, let me see. I ain't say that right. Like, I just, I can't explain it. Like when I write, it's like, I'm like a medium, like I auto write. I don't know what the hell I'll be about to say, and it just comes out that way. So for me to come back and try to, type it out and, write it in that same type of tone or, I haven't been able to do that, I need it. Have you tried? Did you even try? When I was trying to write my book, though, like when I was trying to type my book up, like I ran into that problem. But it was not that bad. I need to finish that too, right? Got a whole damn book, people, that I ain't finished typing up yet. It was written, and half that shit was written in pencil or ink, and it's like 15 years old. I still got it. Most of it. I got it. I typed 100 and something pages before I left jail. Then I typed like 20 or 30. It's 290 pages. It's not that long in actual, in format, but it's a complete story. That's my point. It's like about a halfway typed up, I think. And I could do it. I'm going to do it. You know how I'm going to write? I'm going to do it with the Google Doc and just, talk it out. Talk it out. All right, that's enough rambling. I've completed my task for today, people. I had a good time, It's like something that I can cross off, right? Never been to a concert. Like, I had girls that went to concerts. Us with the guys, man, I used to be oblivious to, like, it's like I was good when I was younger at dealing with women because I didn't give a fuck. Like I didn't even think about them cheating. I didn't even think about whatever they was doing when they wasn't with me, because I was actually thinking about myself, and then I was like hustling. So, it was more like, can we fuck? Because I gotta go make some money. If we can't, okay, I gotta go, but I wasn't like that, because I dealt with girls that wanted to, but it wasn't like, you don't get that attachment until you get older, right? And like, my shit is, a lot of it is attached to jail, because like, you come home, you're like, I ain't gonna never get no pussy again, ever. Like, I'm a loser, that's how you, like, I mean, some guys come home, right? I didn't come home feeling, like, oh, all these hoes want me, like, and like, I don't even think that's really how it goes, like, you might get hooked up, or, old girlfriend and stuff like that, but like, you're not used to talking to women, so you can't talk to a woman, like, I guess, or you sound corny, that's what I'm gonna say, like, you're gonna be corny, or that game that you think you got, it just comes off as corny. And so it doesn't help your sexual chances. Let me leave it there, right? Because I got to make a guy as a girl episode. I talked about them, right, a lot today. And all I gotta do is, go to the other show instead of this one. I don't know why, And they didn't did me wrong on They didn't done me wrong on Podbean before. And who was that guy? Right? Remember? I'm not. I don't think I'm going live no more. I might try it. But like that, some dude jumped on my show, asking me all these crazy ass questions, and I handled it very well. And then when he got off, I couldn't damn hear myself no more. I ain't like that. I don't know what he was trying. All that, that hacking stuff is real. I gotta turn my VPN on at all times, right? People be out here with nefarious intentions. They ain't shit. But I'm sorry to say that. I apologize. This is the thing, right? We have to remember the good. We have to remember, and practice being better. That's all it's about, It's we get so focused, right, and hypersensitive on our needs and your immediate family, or women use their kids in the worst ways, right? It's that mindfuck right there. I gotta get back to my babies, right? But my mother's favorite line, I gotta get home to Tippy. Like what the fuck you ain't have to be out, or something bad about to happen now. I gotta get home to Tippy. All right, I'm out. Until next time, peace. This is Binky and the Brain. I am one of the hosts. Until next time, cheers.